is Halloween, this is Halloween, pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is
Well, Halloween is coming up, and this season, Americans will be spending big bucks to pull off the scariest celebration. According to the National Retail Federation, the average person will spend nearly $83 compared to $74 last year. And total spending on Halloween nationwide is expected to reach $8.4 billion.
And that money goes to Halloween costumes, decorations, parties, and of course, candy. Lynn has more about those sweet treats.
Hey, thank you guys. All right, so Halloween is a spooky time of year, but what can be scarier is what that candy can do to your kids' teeth. So before you go trick-or-treating this year, we have the top 3 scariest and friendliest treats from dentist Dr. Field Harrison. Good morning.
Thanks.
Thanks for bringing all these treats, but they're not all good, right?
No, they're
Okay,
not.
so let's start with the scariest candies.
The scariest candies, and this is in no particular order. We have Jawbreakers here. Now, Jawbreakers, they're scary
We
for
can
lots
lift
of
it up
reasons.
a little bit. Okay. Why is it scary?
Well, anything that lasts in your mouth for a long time allows the sugar to affect the teeth.
Yeah.
And so on top of that, if you have little kids like I do, I'm worried that my kid might choke on anything hard. Which brings me to Jolly Ranchers.
Okay.
I hate Jolly Ranchers. I get terrified every time my kid puts them in their mouth. And I've choked on a Jolly Rancher.
have, yeah.
And I'm just terrified of them in general. But again, they take a long time to dissolve in your mouth, which causes cavities.
Right, okay.
And now we got Laffy Taffies. These will stick to your teeth.
Yes.
These will cause cavities just because you think you're done, and 3 hours later you have a little Laffy Taffy in between your teeth. Again, sugar in your mouth for a long time causes cavities.
Right.
And adults get cavities from usually what they're drinking all day. It's typically coffee or diet soda. But kids, if you put this in their school bag and you let them have candy for the next 2 months after Halloween, that's when they might get some decay. My recommendation is let Halloween end after 3 or 4 days. Don't let it just be until they run out of all that candy.
So just indulge for that weekend or so. Don't extend it. Okay, so let's move on to the friendliest candy. So we've got dark chocolate right here.
Right, dark chocolate is getting more and more good publicity. It is turning out to be good for us. I love dark chocolate, and I highly recommend dark chocolate. It has a lot of antioxidants in it. It's just turning out to be very friendly both towards your teeth and overall health.
Okay.
So I highly recommend it. And dark chocolate, the darker, the better.
But
so
it
if you
doesn't
have a
always
sweet
taste so
tooth,
good.
if you have a sweet tooth, go with dark chocolate.
Okay, well, speaking of sugar, sugar-free candy gets a good rap, right?
Right, I think this is a little deceiving. Anything that says sugar-free, people automatically think, this won't be bad for me, this will be almost healthy for me. Anything that says sugar-free with strawberry cream, I get a little bit, I just question just a little
skeptical.
bit. Right, I'm a little more skeptical because the carbohydrates in food can cause cavities, not just sugar.
But the sugar-free gum is actually good for you, you say?
Sugar-free gum is fantastic for both adults and kids that can chew gum. It causes saliva stimulation. That saliva causes teeth to not get cavities. Anything that stimulates saliva is good for your teeth.
Okay, so with that said, one last bonus tip. So basically, you can eat candy. What's best is if you eat candy while you're eating a meal, after you eat a meal, because you're already producing that saliva, right?
Right. If you have a drink nearby, that's best. If you can flush out all of that sugar out of your mouth with some water, that's best. While you're eating, your body's already producing saliva, so that, again, is better for you. But if you just eat candy periodically throughout the day, even if it's just a few candies, but you eat it throughout the day, you're really putting your teeth at risk.
All right, well, Dr. Field Harrison, thank you so much. I'm going to enjoy these because Doctor said I could. I'm going to throw it back to you guys at the desk.